In our last video, we did a Q&A with the devs, but it was not able to be recorded and it was under wraps. I was only able to take notes, but we got a lot of good information out of that. Today, I actually got to play with Josh Markham, a map lead inside of Marathon, and I was able to ask some hard-hitting questions. And I started with the hardest one.
Hey everyone, I am Josh Markham. I am the maps team lead on Marathon. So I'm in charge of all maps content, which is to say how things are laid out, level design, and art quality, visuals, some style in there. It's pretty broad and a pretty sticky thing. I've been on this project for a few years now.
Awesome.
Very excited about I don't know, getting to talk about things even before I knew I was going to be on a stream. Just like seeing people playing the game is always a huge moment, so it's really exciting.
I mean I've truly enjoyed myself, and actually I'm gonna hit you with like the hardest question. I'm sure you saw some of the stuff that was asked or whatever, but this is like probably one of the questions that like is a little bit hard hitting, and I just want to get like your thoughts on it, and you don't have to go into depth, but what are the vibes like over there with how everyone's talking about it and stuff like that? Like personally, I got to play test in October.
Yep.
I went to Bungie. It's a beautiful place. I wish I could work there. But you know, I got to play test and I loved it then. I saw the progress from then to now. I see how much work you guys did. I remember many office hours where I was like, did you guys sleep? Because it is an incredible amount. But yeah, I guess my first question, and we can go back and forth, Swift, if that's okay with you. My first question is what's the vibe like with how the community is taking this right now?
I think the vibes are great. It's always a very high when you get to like reveal something that you've been working on and are passionate about. So like that's paramount, that people are just excited to see that and be able to share that with friends, with family, with public, with Twitch chats, with everything. So it's pretty hard to come down from that. There's a lot of great like reactions and feedback happening.
Yep.
Which, you know, turn people in different directions, but like it's overwhelmingly positive. Even like the critical stuff, like that's the point, is to try and get what people care about, what people like are passionate about, and use that as we go forward, like out of alpha, because like
that
it is an alpha,
right? So
like the feedback that I'm sure we're gonna get into here in a minute, like that is all good to hear. We're happy to hear it.
I love that.
Like there are very few surprising takes, right? Like we work on a big diverse team that are very familiar with the game, so the opinions that are out there with people who have played the alpha are represented internally, and we're kind of using the alpha to calibrate, like move priorities around and figure out like what's the most impactful things that the players want. How does that align like with what we were thinking and just modifying that?
Dude, that makes me so happy that you said that. I think that's like so important, because I think there are a lot of concerns, and of course some of them are put out there in an immature way, but at the end of the day, they're still concerns, right? And I love that you said nothing is a surprise. That is such a good sign, and you know, I am very vocal on how much I believe in the project, so yeah, it's just great to hear that.
It's not even a Marathon thing. That's just like a game dev thing.
Yeah,
like,
I can
everyone
imagine.
working on a project has their own perspective, and as just like a human, I'll have my own personal opinions, and then I see those opinions reflected in like public voices, and even if that public voice is a minority, I go, see, like it doesn't mean that it's necessarily right, but it is validating, and yeah,
awesome
to hear this stuff.
As we play and as the games go on, I ask a lot of other questions as well, and Swift also asks some questions too. I'll have his link in the description below of his stream. You can go watch the VOD, or if he posts it on YouTube, you can go watch it on his YouTube as well. I'll have the links down below. This is one, And of course, you know, we try to get the tidbits out of you. You know what I mean? Like the little things. we have.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, no, we try. I know you can slip some things, and some things you got to keep hush about. I get it. So the one thing I want to know about, because I think this has been talked about, but for some reason, and I get why, it is kept close to all of the devs' chests, and I get it. But is there anything you can talk about when it comes to potential, like, I guess, like boss type encounters? Obviously, we have a couple of UESC encounters with some of the grenadiers and HRTs, etc. Is there anything that's going to, like, compared to like a Destiny type raid scenario where you have a boss encounter like that, like a big boss, and then, you know, it's like a cinematic happens, and you end up in this big boss encounter, and then, you know, PvP can happen behind you and teams can push you and stuff like that. Is there, I know it's probably, this is kind of one of those throwaway questions I don't expect an answer, just so you know, but is there anything you can say on that at all?
Yeah, there's stuff I can say, and like I am not intentionally going to be cagey. It's hard for me to keep track of like what has been talked about and what hasn't.
I got you.
But like, yes, like we want to do those things, and like there are plans to do stuff in that vein. I think the important thing to keep in mind is that it's a PvP first game, and we don't really want to compromise on that. So having stuff like that happen out in the open world where players are going to fight each other or fight over the boss is important. Getting people into, like, I think you mentioned like Destiny raids, dungeons, getting people into like a part of the map that is like squirreled away where you go fight a boss would be a little antithetical to those goals.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely something that we're going to do. We are doing,
awesome.
And we're trying to figure out like the right marathon flavor for that.
Awesome. I love that answer. Really like it. Thank you. So I got a question for you. This is a cool one. You might like this one. Is there anything that's hidden on the maps we're playing on right now that has not been found yet? And the second part of this question is, are there hidden things that are going to be in like other maps that you think will be very difficult to find for players? And
I muted it.
I just pinged.
Sorry.
I have no idea what people have found and haven't, but I would say probably yes.
Awesome.
If this was like a full release, I would say no, but alpha has been a smaller audience, so maybe things have gone a little bit slower. Why do I have 2 overruns? This is not what I'm going for.
Ew, overrun.
Yeah, and I think certainly in the other maps that we have in development now, we're doing more and more of those things. Like,
awesome.
These 2 maps have really helped us sort of get our footing, like a foundation of what a marathon map could be. Because like building a new game, like it's a real shot in the dark the first time. Like we have games we look at as reference. We have our own like experience, expertise, but you kind of build something, and at the same time, all of the systems of like how people move, how weapons work are getting built, and it's hard to dial a map into specifically like all of those changing variables.
Okay.
Now we kind of have our footing. We can, get a little fancier with it and put more fun secrets in. And we could even add more to like existing space. Like it is by no means like lockdown. We're good.
Yeah, it just seems like a very Bungie thing to do. The secrets, like the ARG was like, I'm not joking, the most memorable experience I've been a part of in a very long time when it comes to a game. So
yeah, and there are like more public secrets, like there's a locked room right here. I don't know the rate that people are getting into all the locked rooms. I'm sure people have been into all of them, but I don't know, like y'all have played a bunch.
Yeah.
Like, have you been into every locked room?
I definitely have, and I've been into 2 of them, and yeah, that's it.
I feel like some of them are locked, like for the alpha, right? Or are there definitely keys?
I actually don't know the answer to that one.
Because there's like lab offices and stuff, and I don't think anyone's been able to find a key.
At different rarities, and I've seen all of them internally. And I'd be surprised if they were fully unavailable in the alpha, but are they possible? And I just don't know.
I have a very, very, very important question, Josh. How do I fix the I can't shoot bug? Do you have any idea how to fix this bug by any chance?
None that stuck in my brain.
Okay.
I've definitely seen chatter about it. Oh no. Oh, my God.
Uh-oh. Oh, I have a knife for you. That's all I got. I can't shoot right now. So I'm coming down with the knife.
I'm full of guns. He will kill me, and then you can pick up my gun and kill him with it.
Oh, I can't swipe my knife either. I'm gonna res you instead. I can do that. I can't. Yeah, I'm no help to you guys right now. So yeah.
He's dead. He's dead.
And say that we will prioritize fixing an I can't shoot bug. That seems like a bad one.
Yeah, I literally can't shoot. I can't swing my knife. It's all good though.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No, I really can't shoot. Yeah, do you guys want this gun? Here, you can keep it for now. It's a blue twin tap. There you go. Someone take that. It's for you. Yeah, it's on the floor. I can't shoot it, so yeah.
It shoots great.
I'm glad you like it. My question is based around day-night cycles. Will there be... Someone said there was something already said about this, like the newer map that's not in the alpha has a night cycle, but are day-night cycles going to be a thing? And do you know if there will be like equipment surrounding that, like night vision or something, or will it be maybe light enough to see?
This is a good question, and I'm not sure what we've talked about.
Okay.
Like public-facing or not. I would say that you don't have plans to change like the time of day, doing a day cycle within the context of a single run.
Okay.
Like you're not going to start a run in the day and end up 2 minutes later, like you're 10 minutes later at night. But we are looking at doing different times of day, whether that's between different maps or different times on a single map.
Awesome.
Some of that'll be represented at launch. Some will have to come down the road. But like soft, yes, it's not going to be a daytime all the time game.
Awesome.
As far as the sort of like gameplay, combat, night vision thing, I really don't know.
Okay.
There's definitely cool ideas in there, and we've played with some stuff internally, but I can't make anything that'll actually speak to what experience will land.
That's a question that's like, of course, everywhere. Basically, I don't think this is a you question again, so I apologize in advance. You can just say it's not a me question. People are like wondering about alpha keys. Like, do you know if there's plans to like ramp up? Has that been a conversation at all internally? Like ramp up before this week is over, or is it just something you don't know about in terms of like, those things?
I'm pretty confident it's a conversation internally, just not one I'm included in.
Okay.
I know that like ramping people up in alpha was a part of the plan. I know like a new batch of keys went out yesterday.
Yep. Okay.
I'm not sure on like the cadence for the rest of the alpha, but I like if people have registered and haven't gotten in or hoping to get in, I don't think hope is lost.
Awesome. Yeah, sorry for the tough question. I know it's not a you question, but it's something asked a lot, so I just had to do my due diligence and ask it.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for more people. I mean, I have people who have registered and people registered late. Some people ignore messages and haven't gotten into the game. I'm hopeful that more people get in, whether I know them or not.
I have a good question for you. Something that you might want to ask. What was your favorite thing to work on in terms of like map and art direction and all that? What was your favorite thing to work on in the few years that you've been working on Marathon?
My favorite part in building any map is like early layout, level design stuff. So whenever I've gotten to design or sort of revamp a region from scratch, that's really exciting. I think one of my earliest ones was the layout for greenhouse. Like I came on the project when things were in like a very proof of concept state, and we had sort of like the visual for greenhouse and like a 3D thing you could play, but it was not like really put together for extraction gameplay and everything. Yeah. So like redesigning greenhouse in in a fun way that I was excited about, like really stuck with me. And of all the spaces I've gotten to design, it basically represents like that pass I did a long time ago now, so which
That's awesome.
like tells me that like it was a pretty decent pass.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
got
really
the
cool.
crisis supplies. They had a bunch of stuff.
I will say, like I said, going to the studio in October, and then it's like seeing, well, I was given permission to talk about the marathon ship. I don't think, I don't want you to talk about it if you can't, but seeing that entire,
It exists.
yeah, it's there, right? Just seeing that entire, like, where the game was and where it is now is just amazes me. Like, I was in when Dire Marsh was like, I would say 70% complete, and Perimeter was just
Yeah.
getting started. So it was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was there for like a couple of days in October. I wasn't around for the alpha event, but if you were there, then I was probably in the same room as you.
Awesome. Yeah, it was just incredible to see the amount of work that was done and how fast it was done. And that's like one of the to be transparent, that's one of the big reasons why I believe so much in this project, is because I know what you guys are capable of. And the shill comments can come in as they please, but I truly, like, I see the work. And I like I said, I asked many times if the devs had slept, because there's just so much work that was done, and it was like just kind of crazy how quickly it was done. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of really talented people that are aligned and getting ever more aligned on a common goal. So,
Runner.
like, have very high opinions of what the team is capable of.
There's a glitch in there. Careful.
Oh, on me.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Seeker deployed.
Obviously, there's a lot of, like, really positive feedback on the outside areas. I know I talked to in the creator Q&A yesterday. I'm gonna die to a bot. Give me a second. The creator Q&A yesterday, it was mentioned a little bit out, but I'm curious if you can expand on it. The inside environments look, done, and they look beautiful, and a lot of people have said really good things about them. But the outside, obviously struggling with a bit of like shaders and lighting and stuff like that. Can you expand on that a little bit for people that are curious on what exactly the difference is between what's going on the inside and the outside environments?
I think I can a bit.
Okay.
Part of it is tech. On the outside, we're dealing with the sunlight, which is a different system than just like placing lights around an interior.
Yep.
And the way that illuminates the world is a bit different. And obviously, it's very consistent, and it does interesting things with how it lights grass or how it lights fog and everything. So with exteriors, you're putting a lot of very different spaces through the same lighting setup that is so dominated by that sunlight. So it's hard to like guarantee that every area that falls under that is like equally cool compared to like this building that I'm in here in Station now. Like all the lights on the interior are built specifically for this room, so they're going to work really well.
Right.
And then like there's the materials. I think like we're working on things like how reflective and how like rough different surfaces look, and you get a lot more of that variety out of the box with some of this like hard surface stuff. And even this, we're like trying to work on that ratio more, and getting it with the more largely natural areas. Is you have fewer like tools to work with, and we can refine what those tools are. There's a whole slew of things
Media, I like that one.
that I'm not the expert in, because I see it too, and like we use the term lighting to broadly describe a lot of different lighting and rendering and like visual effects and other techniques.
Right.
And the sort of disparity that people are reacting to of like the quality of interiors, the quality of exteriors is the sum of all those parts, and it's really hard to like distill. It's like if you turn this one dial, it looks better.
Right. That makes sense.
I wish it were like that, but right now it's like we're identifying like our list of suspects and what we can do, and like we are hitting those buttons and turning the dials and hoping like we get to a critical mass, because yeah, we see it too, and like we think it can be better, and it will be.
Awesome. Love that.
Be going.
There's this really cool light beam that I've
That's
never
vibing in
noticed
here.
from the sky.
Lightning?
The light beam. It's like a light beam to the east.
The gold. Yeah, the gold.
Oh yeah,
light beam.
what is that gold?
What is that?
I tell you that it is not telling you anything that's happening in the map right now. It's a part of the sky.
Okay, cool.
I am not familiar with the.
It's the 4.
The latest. Like, I'm sure there's a narrative implication, and I don't want to.
No, yeah, it's all good. That's cool though.
About it.
Listen, I love secrets. I don't know if you were able to catch any of the ARG stuff, but like I had to wear a tinfoil hat at one point. Like I love that stuff. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is you guys in a nutshell as well, which makes me even more excited. I tried to ask as many questions as I could in the time frame that we had, but obviously it's a little difficult as we were playing the game. If you guys enjoyed this content, let me know down below. Of course, there's been a lot of negativity around Marathon. Personally, as a content creator, I don't get paid to play Marathon or to talk about it. I genuinely like the game, and I know that's difficult for a lot of people to hear if you don't like the game. But as I always say, if you don't like it, don't watch the content on it and don't spend the money on it when it comes out. Personally, though, I am really having a good time with this game. I am enjoying it. I'll have my thoughts, though, in a future video, and there is some negative thoughts in there, but a lot of them are also positive. I'm having fun, and hopefully you do too, or you have to if you have an alpha key. But again, don't worry, alpha keys are continuing to go out. Like I said, I'll have more content like this whenever possible. Hit that like button, hit the sub button as well, and I will see you in the next video. God bless.